Inshallah and Ashe. Welcome as always to a fantastic Friday and a Yule and a winter solstice. So I do have my little Yule item I thought I would bring. I'm going to light this a little later. A little pine cone candle made from scratch is what I want to say. Totally loving this. So who is doing or joining me in for Omen days, my 13 wishes? I'm going to also be scripting my 13 magical wishes this weekend. And if you're new here, new to my show, my channel, my page, I am Tanya D, and this is my weekly live show where I do mini live cowrie shell divinations at the end of each show. You can go ahead and comment now your birth year and birth month. I do need to scroll back and grab some others from last week. And I do those at the end of the show. I also cover some elemental insights along with some celestial bodies, mostly the moon, the subtle fields or energies, the energetic centers, and sometimes meridians. Often just some random musing insights that come in during the day is what I want to say. So I have been speaking to Omen days for the past 2 weeks, at least, in 13 wishes. This is a ritual from literally the old world. It's one of my very favorite ones. I get ultimately very excited this time of year, mostly for Omen days, to be honest. So if you have started and are joining me in and written down your 13 wishes, go ahead and comment in the notes. It has to be something heartfelt, something you desire, a dream even, something that you really want to bring into fruition. It's like your soul and your spirit are aligned in those kinds of intentions. So you ultimately are responsible for the 13th wish. So it really needs to be something attainable, not too far out is what I want to say, but something that you know in your heart and your soul, it's reachable, something you can attain. All 13 wishes actually need to be attainable because the 13th one is the one that you're ultimately responsible for. So each night for 12 days, you can start anywhere between today, Yule, winter solstice, through the 26th of December. I kind of start and muse around my desires and my wishes probably this whole week, I want to say, from now through December 26th. And then I start myself on the 26th through January 6th. I burn one wish each night and pull one oracle card. I'm going to use my little fun butter dish this year instead of a jar. I always like to save the ashes, and I bury them in the earth in my fairy mound out front. And the message each day corresponds to the month. So the oracle card is what I want to say. And I'll be posting those as well for each card in each month. But at the end of the 12 days, you ultimately have one wish left, and that is the wish that you focus your intention for the entire year of 2025. And if you're in the subscribers hub, the oracle message for each month is going to be posted in there, along with some insights around whatever message we pull together as a collective to hold the vision and your wish for the entire year of 2025, your 13th wish. So I'm going to post the oracle card for each month in the subscribers hub for Omen days and 13 wishes. And just know that they do manifest. My wish, my 13th wish for 2024 manifested for me. I'm going to up level, of course, 2025. And just make sure as the wish is received, be sure to thank the universe, be grateful, thank the heavens, God, source, creator, whatever you want to call it, Allah, divine wills, whatever deity that you ultimately align with. I just want to keep the excitement flowing and your inspiration. So if you don't mind commenting, not just during the show, but also during the year about your Omen days, even reply if you're tuning in and going to join in later. If you're feeling inspired to join me in this year's ritual, it just really keeps the momentum flowing and the insights as you do the process, the ritual for Omen days. Like pay attention to signs, definitely omens, subtle messages, all kinds of energies, dream states, the other world, the ancestors, animal totems, so on and so forth. Really whatever speaks in your frequency, your energy, and your vibration, because we're all unique and we're all different. We all get messages in our own universal way, I guess is what I want to say. But the element for today, I did bring in the elements. I do got to find my little, where am I here? There I go. You got to watch me. The element for today, there we go. So the energies today is a young earth horse. Now, earth energies are definitely the stomach, the spleen, but it's also the pancreas, it's the soil, it's the mountain, the solar plexus as well. I kind of placed there, kind of a little different, plus the earth star. So we've got this coagulation happening, is what there. Oh, geez, what I want to say. So, a young horse, earth. So, these are also opposing characters. The horse and the rat are opposing elementals. So, it's like this young fire rat, and water is sizzling. It's like the water is starting to, not so much steam, but it's like the ocean is heating up. It's getting warm. It's grounding this downward energy with the yang earth energy in our day. And yang earth gives water direction. The only elemental we're actually missing is mineral, which is the conversation, community, connection, society. But it's heavy earth. Yang earth is heavy earth. It's the mountain. So we go to the mountain to tell the mountain our secrets. It's a stable energy. The mountain doesn't come to us. Where the horse, the fire in the horse, is also part of what's called a peach blossom. This is inviting us to celebrate our heart, our joys, like our laughter, being enlightened, like spirit, instead of like filling up and feeling heavy or dense. And if you do start to feel sluggish from the heavy earth, the heavy mountain, the strong, intense energies there, that's kind of what percolating. But the Chinese calendar also calls this day, the energy of today, a destruction day. So the horse opposing the rat in the month. It's like the southern direction and the northern direction. So they're right next to each other. So they're kind of stirring the pot, kind of clashing, if you will, both yin energies. So really taking a breath, resting and taking it easy. It's like contemplating, actually, especially with all the social gatherings happening and parties and celebrations for this time of the year. But peach blossoms love to really have fun. But however, today we have two of them, but they're opposing energies. So there's kind of a clash happening in the engagement of the fun. So it's going to be really easy to overindulge in bevies or food. Earth is also food. And all the holiday celebrations, right? That's what we do. We overindulge for the whole month of December. It feels like sweets, all the things really. But our day, the earth horse, is also another one of those spiritual pillars. There's 10 of them, including our year, which has actually been a very easy year or easier year to connect with spirit, whether that's through prayer, invocations, rituals, just really connecting us closer to the light within ourselves. So if you have, energetically, if you were born with an earth horse or any of the other spiritual pillars, then this year, the wood dragon even in the chart, so the energy you're being blessed with is like the natural divine connection to the higher realms, to the world of spirit. Whether, again, if it's ancestors, it doesn't really matter. Just beings of the other world, angels, all the things. So it really is exciting. It's exciting that the Chinese character for the earth horse even is woo woo. The earth horse. Horse, exactly, the woo woo. So things are getting a little woo woo, which I love that energy for this day, a little woo woo. So where are my woo woo people? Just comment if you're a little woo woo. But guidance usually comes from a lot faster. The horse is freedom. It's a freedom runner. So on a woo woo day, things come quick. The horse, the freedom of the horse. It reminds me of a racetrack. So this is our invitation to take stock of our resources that we already have. Be grateful. There's a difference between wants and needs, of course, right? And including what's more importantly, or how I see it, is our natural gifts and our talents. We all have a skill. We all have knowledge. It's like our base note. And add the sweetness of life to that. Earth is also the sweetness of life. And it's the taste of sweetness as well. And be reverent, just like be still, be meditative. Stir some gratitude into those cosmic energies. Invocation, prayers again, meditation, angels, just really stirring the cosmic soup with love and joy. And in Spirit Nation is kind of like adding spirit into that cup, calling in your angels and guides and ancestors and other spiritual deities and collaborations that we have. But take our time really and giving space. The more nurturing earth and caring, again, earth, that we add to the energies, the more magic and the more brewing we get. It's like cultivating our own celestial tea, if you will. And if you haven't listened to my moon meditations, even my Sacred Spirit Circle, I just uploaded a new one. It'll arrive tomorrow, the Capricorn Sacred Spirit Circle. It's going to be released early in the AM, early like 2:15 a.m. So subscribe there to get the notifications. Those are always on YouTube. But for the weekend, we kicked off today, and the Virgo moon is kind of a topsy-turvy. It's in between the end of Sagittarius, a critical energy, and into Capricorn. So we've got this reality where it's like we're surfing between realities with our emotions with the Virgo moon this weekend, starting today. But we're also being encouraged to channel our energy into like the practicalities of reality and whatever it is we're doing. Myself, like I'm going to be cleaning up my house here, an area, just baby steps, cleansing before the holidays, getting things done, wrapping gifts or cooking and creating and sending out holiday blessings, just an attitude of gratitude. I'm not even kidding. So with the moon in Virgo, it really is an excellent time to get out and into the village, go out into the world, which is as a hermit. That's kind of funny that I say that out loud. But the Virgo moon can also inspire us to declutter and get organized. And I was actually feeling this morning. I was like, oh, that's what I'm going to get to, which I haven't got to yet. Sometimes cleaning, though, I feel like it could be overwhelming. But when we're done, it just feels cleansed, right? So do things in baby steps, clearing just one area at a time. So knowing that the sun is moving into Capricorn and the moon is in Virgo, sometimes this amplifies that earthy energy and we have a young earth day. So I feel like it's more stable there and more grounded, more earthy. But Virgo is also perfectionism. So the cleansing doesn't need to be perfect. Ultimately, just be kind and don't just get caught up in all the things you coulda, woulda, shoulda done. Those off. I just say, trust that everything is working in your favor in divine order and things will always get done on their own timeline. A quick one or a slow one, it doesn't really matter. And then over the weekend, we do have the moon moving into Libra, which will square the sun in Capricorn. So there's this energetic connection for both ourselves and others. I want to say, balancing the scales. If you're in a relationship, relating, it's time to like really take some quality time, not quantity, two different frequencies. So I would say get cozy with your person, go out, indulge your romantic senses, if you will, take yourselves out to a fantastic dinner, do some luxury tastings, I guess, wine tastings or something. And if you're solo, like moi, cultivate your own self-love. I talked about earlier, I had spilled the tea about self-love, treating ourselves to that date. Go stroll an art gallery. You know, Libra qualities are like art is always comes to mind, aesthetically pleasing, those kinds of things, Christmas lights, and just really get out. Even independent films, I see those with my girlfriend. She always drags me out. But with the Capricorn sun influencing the Libra moon, there's this energy of kind of tugging and pulling or forwards and backwards or swirling. I don't know. Just between the need for control, Capricorn, and the desire, the emotional desire for harmony. So these two really thrive when they're in a relationship that's balanced. And even in the give and the take. So if you do find yourself kind of clinging to be the control artist, if you will, take a breath and really consciously in that pause point, experience the release that you need to micromanage everything and just like go with the flow, go with the water and flowing and just focusing on what we can control over our own emotions along with how we respond to the world around us. So that was kind of a lot. So who's ready for a mini cowrie shell divinations? Many insights from the shells. Again, all you have to do is comment in the show notes. I am not sure what is happening here, but I am going to, let's see. I'm just going to go here. I got to see what's happening on my page because things get a little wonky. Okay, awesome. Okay, so I'm going to go back to last week's show so I can see the comments. Might take me a minute. I do post a bit. Just saying. Oh, there I go. December 17th. That would be today. Let's see. Don't mind me. Oh, there we go. Maybe. Okay, I see my 24 comments. Okay, I got Cherry Galena. Let's go for April of 1951. So energetically, I'm going to move myself around. If you're tuned in, Sherry, there's that. And there I am. Okay. So 1951, people born in years ending in 1 and 6 are part of the water clan. Water is all about being in the flow, reconciliation. We're in winter, we're in water. Even though this isn't your year, these energies are a part of you, is what I want to say. And April, depending if you're the beginning or the end, that has the energy of Aries, which is fire, or Taurus, which is earth. So it's like the stabilities of those energies or the manifesting energies. And if it's Taurus, it's like you're guiding the waters, the flow of your manifestation. And if it's Aries, then you're creating, you're producing you're producing the earth to guide the waters, if that makes sense. Because Aries is fire, but it's also part of the spring. So it can get a little confusing. Let's see. How about then? Let's see. What a buzz. Maybe I already read you. Oh, nope, I don't think I did. I felt like I missed somebody. Let me scroll here. Okay. I feel like I missed somebody. Either way, I'll just move these and see what comes in. For Cherry. I keep wanting to call you Sherry, but it's Cherry. So I'm going to affirm your spirit for the magical being you are and always have been. Affirm my spirit to be the gatekeeper, the guide, the conduit to deliver the message you need to receive today. As I call in your spirit team, my spirit team, the being seen and unseen, the great spirit, the oneness. And with that, I say Ashe. Okay, so you're going through like a spiritual transformation. Like, where do I belong in my transformation? Who's my people? Where's my village? I even see your whole community is like, it's like there's this line going in for new people, new places on the earth. Who do I belong with? And you're at peace with all this. There's some healing that's going to happen. And I even pulled... So these little guys are the singers of the realm. Their energy is so intense that when it comes in, it's we only get glimmers of it, is what I want to say, because it's too much. Our bodies aren't really activated to take in that high of a frequency yet. I think we're moving into that. But this is also you being mindful of the messages coming in telepathically, is what I feel like. Telepathic messages around who your community is. I would be listening to spirit, and I would just discern, like, is this for me or them kind of thing, as you get those telepathic conversations with that. But also, as you go through this spiritual transformation of where you belong, you're going to actually rise and come into your own brilliance and possibly be seen, pretty curious, as your own kind of doing what I do, spiritual connection, being seen as a spiritual leader, but that transformation is happening. These two are like opposing elements in a way. on top of, you can't, these two actually, but also the brilliance. There's some energy alignment there. I would actually be true to your own voice, your spiritual truths. Maybe have a mountain view perspective and really see yourself being in charge and being your own boss. So with that, I say Ashe, definitely stay devoted to what your heart wants. Be in the flow of that. So yeah, that's what I feel for you. Let's see if there's anybody else on the thread here that I missed last week. I feel like this was yeah, that is the one. Looking back on my hairstyle for last week and today, you gotta appreciate that. Okay, let's see. I think that's it here. 24 comments, 3 shares. Okay, let me look at the other one. I feel like somebody commented the other day and I replied. The moon, how the heck? Okay, hang on. I guess that's there. Okay, no other comments that I'm missing. I feel like there was somebody else. Hang on. I'm scrolling one more time. Sorry for the live scroll. And we are almost to the end. Where is it? I'm sure there's an area I can just find my live streams, right? I'm going to go one more. There I am. Okay, comments. Okay. Kate Lewis, July 22nd, 1970. So you are part of the Earth clan. This day probably feels very good for you, very stable, like you're on stable ground. And July, dog days of summer, the heat there. Not that it's the dog, it's actually the goat, but that's okay. And you just want me to move the shells on your behalf. So shout out to Kate Lewis. This is for you. I'm going to move the shells and scrub them a bit. Okay. So for Kate, 1970, the 7 threw me off, but either way. Okay. So I'll affirm your spirit for the magical being you are. Affirm your gatekeepers, your guides, the being seen and unseen, your ancestors, past, present, future, and now. That I may be a conduit to deliver the message you need to receive today. And with that, I say Ashe, blessings. All right. So you are literally, well, I love that you both were actually in the realm of water because we are in the water season. And being devoted to what your heart wants first, getting into the flow of what your heart wants. Some laughter and some poetry, doing the dance with that, what you love, getting into the flow of like loving the skin you're in, basically, and cleansing how you're seen in the world, how you identify and where you belong in the world. So you can actually bring your starlight into the earth plane instead of outside into the galaxy. That's what I sense there, but you're kind of blocking your own change. You do need energetic boundaries. They feel like they're not in this world. Your boundaries are outside of the planet, the earth plane as well. But you are protected, so I like that. You are going to go through a conversational wake-up call is what I want to say. Like how you communicate is going to change. Maybe even the people you communicate with changing, but getting clarity around that. This is all initiated by the other world, the world of spirit. So you can literally transform how you're seen in the world and bringing that into the physical. It's like bringing spiritual energy from the world of spirit into the physical, and maybe embodying more of your spiritual side. So with that, I say Ashe. Let's see what card you get. See if there's anything else I see. Some healing will happen through the conversation. It's probably family now that I say that out loud. Okay. Yeah, your community, like there's going to be a big change in who your village is, who are your people. Like all of a sudden, but yeah, definitely love. I want you to work on some self-love, reconciling things that you say to yourself, get clear about your dreams and your wishes, join in Omen days. That's what I'm saying. I want everyone to do Omen days. And this is what lies in the shadows. Like this is like not being afraid of the ghost in the darkness. Expect the unexpected. Like wish the unexpected. Like don't even be prepared for it. Just be in the light of it and commit to having something totally unforeseen that's so magical come into your world that you can actually identify with what that feels like. For some reason, I really want to play with these cards today. I can tell. I keep grabbing them. Yeah, this is you connecting with your higher self, what you look like on the other side. So definitely do some meditation, call in your spirit team, and do that divine connection. So I hope that was helpful. Okay, well, if I don't have anybody else that wants me to do them, move the shells on their behalf, make it fantastic. And of course, I'll see you next week after the holiday. I want to hear about your Omen days. I might do some little videos of me burning my wishes so you can see what that looks like and share. So yeah, with that, let's switch this out. Bring myself back into the land of the show. And our mystic message for the whole week, I always do these for the whole week, is I sense a new yearning emerging, like something you yearning for, emerging from within. So it's like something within, this yin energy coming out and reaching out into the universe. So I'll take that as well. And with that, I say, of course, Ashe, blessings. I'll see you next week. Have a happy holiday season. Indulge, but don't get too wild with these energies, especially today. And blessings.